Well, it's that time of the year. The high school football season returns. Small schools got opened last week. This week, the big schools, 4A through 6A, beginning their 2024 campaigns. Welcome on into Bleacher Talk. I'm Jordan Spurgeon alongside Claudia Collins, and we've got an excited show lineup today because this is it's the best time of the year. There's no other way to put it.
Like we said last week, now we're on to our regularly scheduled programming. So you can expect some of the things to return, like quick picks and social spotlight. We'll bring you those feature segments right there in the middle after a commercial break. But let's just lead right into quick picks, which means we're bringing in our bestie, Bruce Cooper's here with us for another season of quick picks. We knew he wasn't going to quit, right? I mean, 2 seasons wearing the crown. He's not going anywhere. You're looking for a three-peat, huh?
Well, luck is certainly running in my genes right now. To actually have won the quick picks, it blows me away. It's no way. Lady Luck is smiling upon Coop. That's all I can say.
I could use a little bit of that, but let's just dive right into our first 3 matchups of the season. I'm going to start us with Liberty at Desert Edge. Spurge, you kick us off. Who's got your vote?
Oh, you're coming out swinging here. That's a big game to start the season. You got the reigning Open Division champion, Liberty Lions, Desert Edge, fresh off the greatest high school championship game I've seen in my 4 years out here in 5A against Higley. They were down with like 18 players gone that were starters and come back and almost win the game and all of that. And then they have the offseason. They've had, obviously, the Carter brothers now in Georgia. Now you got Coach Henry taking the reins, but they're not going to take a step back just because their coach is left, because this is one of the most talented teams in the state, loaded with Division I talent everywhere. But Liberty's going to do their thing. I will say, we are going to give a score here. Last year, Liberty literally blew out everybody. There was no team in the state that even came close to competing with them. This game's going to be close. It's going to be back and forth. Both teams have some transfers. I think Liberty has a few more that are starting early on. They didn't have to sit out 5 games. Desert Edge has a couple that do have to sit out. I think that plays a role. Give me Colin Thomas and his Liberty Lions 35, Desert Edge 34.
Desert Edge, they graduated a lot of their talent. So, that's a downside. They've obviously got a new coach story as well. Quarterback transferred to a school in Georgia. So just change overall for Desert Edge, but somehow, some way they find a way. They've got the number 1 player in the class of 2025 in the state. So they've got talent on their roster. Liberty, I'm not going to make this mistake again. In seasons past, I have voted against Liberty, and I'm not sure it's ever worked in my favor. So I'm not going to start now. I'm starting off this season, same as you, Spurge. I've got to vote for the Liberty Lions. I'll go 35-28. That's close enough. What do you think, Coop?
I think that the biggest loss, though, is on the Liberty Lions side. Because I'm telling you, Nazi Bruzon, he just found a way. He was just a difference maker. Give me Desert Edge. I'm going to take Desert Edge in this one, 27-24.
Next one, Canyon del Oro at Eastmark. I'm going to go ahead and make my pick here. I think I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage that I'll get to in a second, but Eastmark, their new head coach, was the former defensive coordinator at Highland. While he was there, he had 2 6A state titles, so I think that speaks for itself. Meanwhile, Canyon del Oro won the 4A state title last year, a game that I missed because that's my daughter's birthday. So I was not really in tune with what was happening on December 1st and December 2nd last year. I was living in my own little bubble. But they do have a new head coach this year as well. But they're returning a ton of seniors, or I guess they're seniors now, juniors into senior year. You know what I mean? And I think the talent is going to speak for itself there. I think Eastmark, just because they're a newer program, they've had a lot of coaching turnover. I think Canyon del Oro will have a slight edge in this game. All right, Coop, you get to make your pick.
Hey, look, Scooter Molander started that Eastmark program down there. It has been ascending, and yet, though they've had a little coaching carousel, if you will, that program, I think they've had a lot of success and sustained success. So give me Eastmark 21, CDO 14.
Listen, Canyon Del Oro last year, they struck when the iron was hot. They had a group of seniors that had played together since they were in middle school. And so they just had everything click, and that's what led them to a title. You see that time and time again. Usually when a team comes out of nowhere like that to win a title, not saying they hadn't had success before, but not at that level in recent years, it's because of a class like that. Sometimes it changes the culture and they continue to do that. Other times there is a drop off because you don't have that cohesion that you had with the group of seniors. So I do like what the program is at Canyon Del Oro, but I continue to like the trajectory of Eastmark. I think Coach Lyons is going to instill some extra defensive toughness that he's brought to Highland and all throughout his career. So give me the Eastmark Firebirds in this one, 24-17.
Last one we'll talk about, Brophy at Williamsfield. We have Williamsfield in quick picks every season, and Coop, I know you love to talk about it, so let's hear your pick.
Well, look, we know Coach Campbell gives me the business anytime I pick against him. So I'm going to let him come at me again, because I'm going to take the Brophy Broncos. Broncos are, they don't lack for talent. I mean, I believe there's 5 players with an NFL pedigree. So give me the Brophy 31, Williamsfield 21. And of course, Brophy's looking to avenge that loss opening season game last year to the Blackhawks. So yeah, there you go.
The culture has just continually been growing and growing and growing under Jason Jewell. We're seeing them every year just make that progress to be a team that's not only going to be at the top of 6A, but that's going to be fighting for an open division playoff spot, and not just as a 7 or 8 seed, but potentially in that 4, 5, 6 range. This is a really deep and loaded team with a lot of young talent too. So give me the Broncos in this one. Let's say 27-14.
They're stacked. I'm not voting against Jason Jewell. I probably won't all season unless they give me a reason to, but I'm not expecting it. I'm going to make this a 30-20 win over Williamsfield. And that does it for the very first quick picks of the season. How are we feeling?
Feeling good. Coop, good to see you again. Glad to have you back and excited for the rest of this season.
I'm excited too. I'm anxious like Claudia. I'm anxious to see how Brophy, puts it all together on the field. They're a stacked and loaded team. Let's see if they can put it all together on Friday nights.
Please hold while we connect you.
Hey, what's going on?
I can't get anyone on the phone at my bank, and they don't have any branches nearby.
I think your bank has you between a rock and a hard place.
Oh, Granite! Does your bank do this to you?
No. Desert Financial's top-rated mobile app makes you feel like a rock star. They have over 50 locations and treat you like a VIP when you go.
That sounds a lot better than this tight squeeze.
Join today at desertfinancial.com/yourway.
Hi, I'm Jody Jackson. I spend a lot of time on the baseball diamonds, but my favorite diamonds are right here at E.D. Marshall Jewelers. They have the largest selection of beautiful diamonds in every size, shape, color, and price. Hit a home run this season with the perfect engagement ring. Come on, fellas, get off the bench and visit E.D. Marshall Jewelers at Scottsdale Road and Shea Boulevard. Since 1971, E.D. Marshall Jewelers. Best quality, best selection, and best price.
This is a Santan Ford announcement. Santan Ford has over 1,600 new cars and trucks in stock. All models are priced for immediate sale to make room for more arrivals. Don't wait. Head to Tim Hovik Santan Ford in Gilbert. We are Santan Ford.
Let's talk about Venezia's Pizzeria. New York-style pizza. Oh, man, this looks so good. Pizza doughs made fresh daily, wings, subs, sandwiches, pasta. They cater, they deliver. They have 5 Valley locations. Venezia's New York-style Pizzeria.
Visit us at Harrah's Auction Casino in the city of Maricopa, where you'll find play for all and friendly people ready to welcome you like family.
Welcome back, you two.
As the official sponsor of Play and the only casino in Arizona with Caesars Rewards, see what a difference it makes to play where your fun is our top priority. Harrah's Auction Casino. Play for all.
Nothing brings people and families together faster than sharing food. Great friends, memories, and good times. For over 2 generations, Valle Luna has served you the food that brought you together, and we've been proud to do so. We're fortunate to have been a part of so many stories, gatherings, and traditions that continue on today and will tomorrow. Start a tradition of your own. Come taste authentic Sonoran-style food with your family and friends here with us at Valle Luna.
Ortho Arizona and my journey. My knees were shot, so I had double knee replacement, and I needed one of the best in rehab. Ortho Arizona encouraged and pushed me in the process. Go to orthoarizona.org. That's orthoarizona.org.
What would you need to experience life in full motion? Expertise to provide the best care, unsurpassed training and technique. It requires the best orthopedic surgeons. Ortho Arizona.
Welcome back to Bleacher Talk. I'm Jordan Spurgeon alongside Claudia Collins. Of course, quick picks with Bruce Cooper. Always fun. He's defending his crown, so we'll try to take him down this year. But we've got a lot to look forward to this season. Lots of friends of the shows over the last couple years. And one of them, Claudia, he's at a new school. I know we've talked with him in the off season, but I know we've had a chance to see more of him recently.
Yeah, well, that's all Eliav Gabai, because he was like, I'm just going to make the drive. I'm going out to Chavez and I'm getting to talk to Chandler Hovik, which, yes, you said friend of Sports 360 AZ. I would like to think all the coaches are, but his, storyline, I guess we'll call it, or his journey in high school football and coaching has been really awesome to watch. And Chavez is a program that I think a coach like Chandler Hovik will really, really help these guys thrive. So Eliav has more with Coach Hovik.
Oh man, we're really excited for this upcoming season. Back in the purple royalty, so it's good being back in that purple and silver that I used to play in. But it's been a great offseason. These guys have been busting their butt to make sure they're ready for that first week against the national power Chandler.
When you first, saw the logo and you looked yourself in the mirror, I mean, just what are some of those thoughts?
Yeah, it's wild, right? Being on that field every day coaching, walking the same field, walking the same end zones, remembering certain touchdowns or certain tough points in the season. Now being back coaching, it's surreal. And so to be back and give those kids some of the things that I learned there that helped me get to where I am, and that's what my goal is, to try to help these dudes out once they leave that place, because it's special.
That responsibility, does it feel different when it's for your alma mater?
It does. There's more weight on the shoulders for sure. That community, we know a lot of people in the community, myself and the rest of the staff, it carries a lot of weight for us. And so we want to do everything we can to make them proud. And at the end of the day, we're here to win games and get our guys right once they enter the real world. So we play a big part of their lives, they play a big part of our lives, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure they're ready.
If you were taking first year you as a coach and you were going to take him out to lunch, all right, maybe get him a drink, he's had a hard day, what are some of those pieces of advice you're giving him?
I think the biggest thing is that, the more that I've coached, I've realized these kids want discipline. These kids want to be challenged. They want to be pushed. The best players have to be pushed the hardest. You can't have the best players on a pedestal. Everyone look at them. They got to be the leaders. And so I've learned that from the very beginning. It took me a year or two. It doesn't matter how good you are. If you're not going to be here for the team and help out, unfortunately, this ain't going to be the spot for you. So we push our top guys to be our hardest workers, and they've accepted the challenge.
First half of the season, maybe even first few weeks of the season, what are you trying to see from your guys?
Yeah, so that toughness we talked about being Chavez made, right? That toughness, the discipline, the extreme physicality. We know we're going to play hard for 48 minutes. If a team beats us, it's because they're going to have to be better than us, not because we're not the smartest team on the field, not because we're not the most disciplined. And there's going to be times where we play a team who's just, maybe they got us that night, and we're going to tip our cap and we're going to get better. But at the same time, we feel like we can compete this year, right? Having a winning region, a winning record in non-region, and having a winning record in region would be huge for us. We haven't had a winning season at Chavez since COVID, so to bounce back and have these seniors go out as winners would be huge for us.
Yeah, definitely excited to see what Chavez does with Chandler Hovik, not only this year, but in the years to come. We all know rebuilding a program takes time, but he's already taken the right steps, and there's a lot of talent there. So super excited. They open against Chandler this week, so tough test right off the bat, but we'll see how they compete. Also this year, we want to give a quick shout out. Chris Peterson, he's helped us out with Bleacher Talk over the years and different projects at Sports 360 AZ. He's partnered up with AZ Family Sports, where you might be watching this show on TV right now. And he's doing a really cool documentary, Unfinished Business, following Brophy Prep. He's been following them since the summer, and he's going to follow them each and every week. So he's got a team of people putting that Hard Knocks type documentary together. Here's more on that from Chris Peterson.
I'm Chris Peterson from Big Show Productions, producer of Unfinished Business, the Brophy Collegiate Prep football team's season story and their quest to finish that business and win a championship trophy. And it starts Friday. The idea came a couple years ago when we came out here to talk to Coach Jewell, and I said I wanted to do I'm doing a mic'd up thing. On a Friday, we asked him if he'd do it, and he said, yeah, but why don't you just do the whole season, follow us the whole season? I'm like, that's a pretty good idea. Look at the names on this team, the talent. Jason Jewell's never met a microphone he didn't want to talk to. You got Larry Fitz's kid, you got McNabb's kids, you got the Vandenbosch kids, you got Darren Sharper's kid, I mean, Bidwell's nephew. Not just for those kids. The show isn't about those kids. The show is about all the other kids, and they happen to be on the team. And all those other kids on the team are very talented. It's going to be fun. August 30th, right after the high school game of the week, AIA game of the week. It's perfect spot for us, and I'm excited for people to see it. I love high school football, and this is a passion of mine for a long time, and I'm finally getting to do it, and it's going to be great.
Spurge, I know that you can agree with me. We're both going to be watching. I really love this style of documentary. We've seen the work that Chris Peterson can do, so we both know it's going to be fabulous. But what a team to choose. I think it's really cool just with that like star power element over at Brophy, which they've always had in a sense, but when you just look at like some of the dads on the team, I mean, talk about TV worthy. What do you think, Spurge?
Yeah, I mean, so many layers. You've got Fitzgerald's kid, you've got the Vandenbosch's in there, you've got a Bidwell there. I mean, you've got so many names that Arizona people will recognize, Donovan McNabb, another one. So the fact that you get to bring all that together, it's really, really fascinating. And yeah, Chris and his all-star team of videographers that have been around the sports scene here for a long, long time, putting this together is super cool. Definitely going to be must watch every single week. We've seen different styles of this show kind of come out throughout Arizona high school football, but this one specifically, I am really looking forward to. So shout out to Chris for putting that together, and definitely watch it on AZ Family Sports.
And I'm looking forward to Social Spotlight with Eliab Gabai. So when we get back, we'll have that for you. Stick around.
Hey, what you working on?
I'm trying to find a bank I can feel good about.
Kinda looks like you're doing rocket surgery.
Yeah, they have all kinds of requirements and don't give anything back to their customers. It's really hard. Oh!
You know, when you join Desert Financial, you get a rewards program that offers a cashback bonus, and there's no hidden fees with your free checking. It's really easy.
Nice. I think I'm gonna need that bonus.
Join today at desertfinancial.com/betterbanking.
Make a splash this summer with incredible offers on your new 2024 Volkswagen from Bird's Volkswagen. Get the hottest deals of the season, like 0% financing up to 60 months or $2,500 customer cash back. It's the summer sale splash. Trade in and trade up and drive a new 2024 Jetta model as low as $22,495 or a 2024 Volkswagen Taos for only $23,995. Hurry into Bird's Volkswagen, Baseline and Country Club, and birdsvw.com.
We've got some fresh new young talent doing some things that I know you haven't heard before.
1, 2, 3, listen.
Now bust a move, bust a move, bust a move.
Hi, I'm Jody Jackson. I spend a lot of time on the baseball diamonds, but my favorite diamonds are right here at E.D. Marshall Jewelers. They have the largest selection of beautiful diamonds in every size, shape, color, and price. Hit a home run this season with the perfect engagement ring. Come on, fellas, get off the bench and visit E.D. Marshall Jewelers at Scottsdale Road and Shea Boulevard. Since 1971, E.D. Marshall Jewelers, best quality, best selection, and best price.
Welcome back into Bleacher Talk. I'm Claudia Collins alongside Jordan Spurgeon and Eliab Goodbye, because it is our first in-season social spotlight. Let's do it. Eliab, I know you've been waiting for this moment. We get the content day in and day out now. What'd you find?
That's right. No excuses now. A whole lot to go through. We're starting with our fellas at Red Mountain. Kyle Enders' captains spoke at the freshman family barbecue.
Don't take for granted. Just take every rep like it's your last. But it's also not all about what's on the field. Like, keep your grades up and stuff. Because I mean, you don't focus up on the grades, then you're not playing.
Wear the RM on your chest with pride. Spurge, I know we love Enders, but this is the kind of thing that builds leaders for the future of your program.
Yeah, I mean, that's an awesome thing to see because, listen, a lot of times seniors and freshmen, they don't get to interact. Maybe a little bit in summer ball when you got the entire program going through the grueling summer workouts and conditioning and things like that. But beyond that, varsity and freshmen don't spend a ton of time together. So for them to see, hey, we've been a team that's been knocking on the door to a championship. We've been successful the last few years. Here's some things we've learned. Here's some things we've been able to accomplish. Here's what you need to do to continue on this legacy as we go through this season and try to finish our business this year. I think it's really cool to have that before the season, to get the freshmen super amped up and ready for their first game. It's gonna be a good time for them. So definitely cool to see.
I bet it's good for parents too. Sorry, I wanted to chime in there. I mean, I think like for a parent to see, okay, here's my freshman sitting here and seeing these seniors and probably the way they've matured. And I just think it's really a testament to how great football can be for character. So I'm sure the parents were sitting there like, oh, maybe my son will be this mature in 4 years. So that's just the thought that came to mind.
Yeah, that's the parents' thought in the group, of course. I understand. I get it. I get it. But one of the lessons the freshmen are going to learn is if you look good, you feel good, and then you play good. And we got some uniform watch coming down right now. Claudia, we'll start with you. I'm going to give you all two that we're looking at right now. First of all, Casa Grande getting flossed up. Sweet new unis. We love that. And then Pinnacle giving us a little sneak peek into the week 1 details. And we love that gray right there. Just a classic. Can't beat that. All right. Claudia, your choice.
Oh, I'm choosing between the two.
You know what? We're going that route now. I've decided we're going that route now.
I guess so. Oh, geez. Well, that's tough. Well, what I want to start with saying is I actually think it's a really cool idea to post the uniforms on social. It kind of gives that like NFL vibe, a little bit of like, all right, this is what we're going to be dripped out in this week. Oh man, between the two uniforms, I had some like favorites in the Valley in mind, but I might have to go with Casa Grande on this one. I just like a little bit more of like the flashiness of it. I like the big, bright, bold Pinnacle. Love your uniforms. You guys are gonna be awesome in them. But if we are talking favorite uniforms in the Valley, for me, it's a toss-up between probably Saguaro and Desert Edge, but I think Desert Edge might have the edge on this just because I think Scorpions it's just too cool.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Spurge, where are you going with this one?
Between these two, first off, the colors on Casa Grande, I mean, they pop. But I like the old gray, the sort of off-put gray in uniforms. When you go with the gray out, it looks really beautiful and a nice mirrorless camera. When you get them at sunset time, it looks really awesome. So might have convinced me to go check out Pinnacle this week to see them in this uniform combo. But yeah, if we're also looking across the state, I've always been super impartial to like light blue uniforms. So Cactus, I really love Cactus's uniforms year in and year out. There's something about that color. It's very hit or miss. Some people love light blue. Some people despise it. I love it on uniforms. So I would say Cactus probably has my favorite ones. There's more, but on the front of my mind, I would say Cactus.
No, that's a good one. I also like Marcos Deniza. They've got a nice colorway going as well. But yes, I think I'm going to go Casa Grande out of these two, but nothing wrong. I'm a gray guy. I like gray. I wear gray. So Pinnacle, you got me. You got my heart on that one. Now, last one here is just a fun one. Week 0 has begun for some of the smaller schools already. Friday Night Lights is already here in Arizona, and Just Chili got this awesome Ethan Gomez punt return for a touchdown by Valley Christian. I mean, if this doesn't get you going, small ball, punt return touchdowns, then you're not ready for the season. But Spurge, Claudia, I am. Let's get to it.
Well, Eliav, amazing social spotlight as always. Like you said, small ball football started last week, big schools starting this week. We've had quick picks with Bruce Cooper. We've teased a documentary series coming with Chris Peterson and Arizona Family Sports. Eliav gave us a good look at Chandler, Hovik, and there's so much more to follow with the high school football season being here. So keep it right here on Bleacher Talk and at Sports 360 AZ, and we'll see you all next week.
Please hold while we connect you.
Hey, what's going on?
I can't get anyone on the phone at my bank, and they don't have any branches nearby.
I think your bank has you between a rock and a hard place.
Oh, Granite! Does your bank do this to you?
No. Desert Financial's top-rated mobile app makes you feel like a rock star. They have over 50 locations and treat you like a VIP when you go.
That sounds a lot better than this tight squeeze.
Join today at desertfinancial.com/yourway.
Nothing brings people and families together faster than sharing food. Great friends, memories, and good times. For over 2 generations, Valle Luna has served you the food that brought you together, and we've been proud to do so. We're fortunate to have been a part of so many stories, gatherings, and traditions that continue on today and will tomorrow. Start a tradition of your own. Come taste authentic Sonoran-style food with your family and friends here with us at Valle Luna.
Discover more Play for All at Harrah's Auction Casino.
Hi, folks. Here are your drinks.
Where having fun means racking up reward credits with the Caesars Rewards loyalty program that can be redeemed for food, free play, hotel stays, and more. Not only here in the city of Maricopa, but also at more than 50 Caesars properties coast to coast. From Harrah's Las Vegas to Caesars Palace in Atlantic City. What are you waiting for? Play for All at Harrah's Auction Casino, the official sponsor of Play.
This is a Santan Ford announcement. Santan Ford has over 1,600 new cars and trucks in stock. All models are priced for immediate sale to make room for more arrivals. Don't wait. Head to Tim Hovik Santan Ford in Gilbert.
We are Santan Ford.
Let's talk about Venezia's Pizzeria. New York-style pizza. Oh, man, this looks so good. Pizza doughs made fresh daily, wings, subs, sandwiches, pasta. They cater, they deliver. They have 5 Valley locations. Venezia's New York-style Pizzeria.